I can remember talking to some people outside of church in April this year when we put out that we believe in God as a church for £40,000 going towards church plant in Sweden, supporting churches in Ukraine, and for Citadel improvements. Now, thinking about that in a secular context against a backdrop of COVID, recovery, rising living costs, it sort of sounds a bit mad, doesn't it? But we know that God is faithful, generous, and extravagant in giving, so we trust him. However, I don't think anyone anticipated that through the one-off giving of church members, we'd be looking to allocate a total of more than double that of £107,000 from our season of giving this year. £107,000. Just let that sink in. That's not just a number either, like we won a grant or something, as great as that be, but that's God's work in his people, kicking Mammon's head in, as Alan would say, liberated hearts, investing in God's mission, acts of sacrificial worship and devotion to him. And just to layer on the abundant nature of God's provision this year, through partnering with other organisations in the city, using the Citadel, we've received or booked in already a further £10,000 of income from rentals beyond what we'd forecast, that we're able to reinvest too. Thank you, God. So £117,000 in total. What are we going to do with all of that sort of money? Well, as elders, we thank God, scratched our heads, prayed, sought his wisdom, scratched our head a little bit more, discussed, tried to open ourselves up to God's leading and his nudges over the last few months as best as possible. Now, because £117,000 is a lot of money, it's all a bit too much to cover properly in a single video. So over the next few weeks, watch out for a few videos about all the exciting elements we're putting this money towards.